Hey everybody, it's Rob the Fat Pastor on a mountain bike from MTB, Michigan, and today is a great day. Why is it a great day? Because it's mid-September, it's warm, and I get to go biking. But just to let you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, you've noticed that late in the season every year I seem to end up having trouble with my knee. And this year is no exception. As a matter of fact, if you want to see, first thing you can see is I have to wear compression sleeves. Those are because of I had a bad case of cellulitis about 8 years ago, and I had some issues that resulted. But anyway, you can see my left knee is a little bit of scarring, and I have it taped currently at the moment. And yeah, I don't know what goes on. It just seems to be late in the year every year. I think it might be more of a result of arthritis than a result of anything else. But that being said, it makes riding later in the year a little hard. And today's a great day because today is NTM EBD. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today is my very first ride on an e-bike. And I did ride my dad's, but my first ride on an e-mountain bike. I just, through a series of events, had a great opportunity come by, and I picked one up in hopes that maybe I could ride and take it a little easier on my knee in the later part of the year, and they have a bike to take on bigger trips. And there's so many great e-bikes out there these days. I'm not going to bore you with like a review of this bike or that bike. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you I did get an intense Taser MX Expert from a friend of mine, and I'm very excited to try it. There's some history with me and Intense and VPP Designs, all three separate directions, but there's some history there, and I'm looking forward to riding this today, and I'm looking forward to just kind of sharing with you guys what it's like to go on your first emtb ride, and hopefully we all learn something today. So that's the story, and I will see you on the trail in a minute. So that's it. Like I said, it's a Intense Taser MX Expert. It's a mullet design. It's 27.5 rear, 29er in the front. It has a Shimano E7000 motor on it. I got 2 batteries and DVO suspension front and rear. The diamond fork and the jade coil shock. Has a few upgrades on it, and that's it. Alrighty, so everything is paired to my Garmin, updated the apps, blah blah blah. I'm currently going to go and put this on the dirt for the first time, so that is exciting. And yeah. Alright, so currently just going to run echo mode for a while, get a feel for how it rides, and see what I need to do in different areas. But so far, clearly faster. I feel fast anyway, faster than I normally am. And it's an Enduro bike, so it's definitely going to have all the travel I'll need. Because my goal for this bike will be later in the season, maybe once here and there during the season, but later in the season a little more frequently before fat bike season starts. Just take it easy rides when my knee starts getting beat up. And then any potential big trip I may take, this may be the bike of choice based on where I intend to go. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, one of my friends actually had this, and it was a real nice story between him and I. I'd have been able to get it any other way, so at this point anyway. So I'm very appreciative to my friend for that, and appreciative to my family as well, because that all played into it. And yeah, thing I can tell you, I mean, you definitely feel the weight of where the motor and the battery are. It's definitely a little heavier in that regard. But I mean, having ridden downhill bikes in the early 2000s, it's not the heaviest bike I've ever thrown a leg over. Sure, heart rate, I'm in zone 2 right now. Obviously easily talking and enjoying a faster ride than I normally do here. So there is that. Going uphill's nice, I can tell you that. Hopefully it looks like I connected this Garmin right, because I'll tell you what, not that I'm going to KOM anything, but definitely going to adjust my records if I don't have it set up right. All my PRs will be trashed after today. So anyway, we're coming up to a decent climb, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this thing a go and get it on video. Yeah, a lot easier. And just initial impressions, you're still riding. You're still working this bike. And you are still getting your heart rate up. And I'm having a little bit of issues because I lost some inches on my waist and my shorts are falling down. So there's that. Eco mode on this particular bike, I am definitely, feeling when it kicks in, when it's flat and stuff like that. But I'm noticing it's definitely eco when it comes to hitting climbs. And you're working your shifter and everything. It doesn't just mean you touch your pedals and go. And so far, even though I'm working the bike, I'm able to spin more, which is easier on my knee than mashing on a climb. Having a harder time, I guess, on a climb. So, like that. What's up, guys? We having fun? Good. It's definitely heavier to jump with. Yeah, it's a little bit more work maneuvering. I don't have any other real e-bike experience to compare this to except for my dad's. So I'm really liking it. I'm sure there's better e-mountain bikes. I'm sure there's worse ones. But since this one is mine, this is the one I like. We'll just take it easy going in here because, as I said, my knee is not the best right now. And I know they just did work, as you can see. So we'll take it easy. And I'll still have to pull my shorts up after that. So a couple things I know I'll do is I will put a Garmin mount on this, a legitimate one. The stock one, not my favorite. Little movement. And one thing I noticed, if you're wearing glasses and you can see your Garmin screen, there's a lot more to look at when you connect your bike to your is it smooth? I will say that. Granted, something like 160 mil travel, it should be. Coil shock. Yeah, should be smooth. But yeah, once I get more used to things, I can see I've got cadence. I think it's got a few other things too. It might actually show my battery life on a screen. I saw that was an option. I always love this section. Just take it easy, but and that's what the knees got. So what I can tell you is that even though it's heavier, it's smooth. But yeah. That was my concern. Like, I knew pedaling wise it was going to help, but I do have to still be real safe on jumping because I could feel the impacts like I was afraid of. Now that I'm almost one full lap in at Stony Creek on an e-bike, I definitely can say your upper body will feel it more than your acoustic or whatever they call them, your regular bike, because let's face it, my regular bike is 29 pounds. This is 50. It's going to be a little more to maneuver. I definitely appreciate the ease on my knees. My last ride here, by this point, my knee was barking at me. And though I did feel it on my lap on the jump line, I don't feel like I have overdone it yet. So that's good. Again, I'm still riding on the Echo mode, the easiest mode. I'm sure every emtb has a similar one. And I'm definitely getting cardio. And feeling it, the ride. But I'm enjoying myself where I might have in the past gotten overwhelmed because my body's not able to do this anymore, something like that. So I gotta say, I'm definitely not against them. emtbs, that is. About 10 miles, and I haven't charged. Oh. I haven't charged the battery since I got it, which was a few days ago, and did do some testing in my street, but according to the meter, I don't know if you can see that, I'm only 1 bar down. Well, that is a wrap on first ever emtb ride, and I gotta say it was really kind of nice. Knees do not ache, especially the bad one does not ache right now. And definitely, like I said, I knew that impact was also going to be a factor, so I do have to be easier on technical things and jumping. But other than that, I mean, it really, I could see why people ride them and use them to supplement. I wish I had more time. I honestly would have kept riding just to try different modes. I just did Echo mode today, but I see why people use them. They're definite help tools for serious mountain bikers, you know, and then they're definite for people that, you know, like me, are getting older and need to have some assistance here and there. I saw the benefit today. I'm not limping. I'm gonna hop in the car, and I feel good. I definitely got my heart rate up. I definitely used my upper body more than I do on my regular bike. I think I alluded to that on the trail, but yeah, overall, I mean, seriously, it was a lot of fun, and I'm thankful to how it came to me, the people that were involved in that. And you know what, with that, live the faith, ride it out, and I hope to see you out there.